Want to shoot a little video tonight to discuss me being banned on LinkedIn. I was pretty surprised. I logged on Monday morning, and all of a sudden, when I tried to log on, maybe about an hour later, after I put up one of my typical, every 2 or 3 days, I put up a post on LinkedIn discussing this whole COVID agenda and what it's doing to the average everyday American and their small and mid-sized business, what it's going to do to the real estate market, which is going to be absolute devastation in residential and commercial. Doesn't take much to add up. If nobody can make any revenues in their commercial business, what's that going to do to the value of commercial real estate? Plunge, splash. It's going to hit rock bottom. And if people aren't making money at their jobs, what can't they do? They can't pay their rents. They can't pay their mortgages. Plunge, rock bottom. Here we go. And the reason why it doesn't seem that way yet is because they have all of these freezes in place on evictions and, whatnot, and foreclosures. So that's basically putting the Band-Aid on a humongous problem in the making here. And furthermore, what are we paying all these property taxes for? There's no schools, and to pay a bunch of people to put up signs that says maintain 6 feet of social distancing and please wear a face covering. This is what our tax dollars are going for. So I think there should be a moratorium on all taxes, because why should Americans have to fund insanity, slavery, pseudoscience, and a bunch of pharmaceutical, military, industrial propaganda? It's absolute nonsense. And if our schools are going to half staff, half classroom sizes, shutting down half the week, well, where are our property tax dollars going? So people have to start fighting back and asking questions, because this is obviously organized crime by any definition. It's obvious that there is a group of corporate interests and government interests that have merged, banking interests, into one conglomerate, that they are dictating our reality. And if anybody tries to speak up, they muzzle you, like wear a face mask, or they're going to take me off LinkedIn now because I was waking too many people up. Had about 15,000 followers over 10 years, had built a lot of credibility with endorsements and just time stamping articles way ahead of their time from day one, calling out the destruction that was going to be done to the economy and the real estate market, and just warning people of the health ramifications of restricting their own oxygen and instead filling their body and blood and lungs with carbon dioxide. The condition's called hypercapnia, and it can actually kill you. The symptoms are very similar, if not exactly the same, as what they're calling COVID-19. So if you want to add it up, they're telling us to basically create the conditions that they're later going to enslave us for and put more restrictions on us for. So it's got to start with people waking up and refusing to participate in these agendas. Take off your face mask, open up your business, and quit supporting all of these conglomerate corporate business. Anybody who is involved with this COVID agenda, anybody who enforced must wear a face mask or any of this other bullshit, put them on your list of businesses, entities, organizations that you're no longer going to support, because we can't have this shit as for our children and for the generations to come, that we have these conspiracies, blatant conspiracies, that are meant to enslave us, impoverish us, distract us, divide us, deceive us, and otherwise mind fuck the American population and around the world into accepting more need for track and trace and vaccines and microchips and all this other insanity. So this is what they call problem, reaction, solution. This is where they continue to create the conditions to push forward the agenda that was more than 100 years before written down. You got to go back to Albert Pike, Morals and Dogmas. There was 3 world wars planned way back when, and we're witnessing the basically conditions being set to create the pre-planned agenda with, basically everybody on the brink of destruction, poverty, ruin, and on the treadmill or hamster wheel going nowhere because the US dollar is being devalued so greatly. So we got to get into solution think, which is, again, getting away from US dollars, getting into production, grow your own food, grow your own cash flow, find a farm, get some land, do what you need to do. But if you continue to work in the same system and expect any different results, I think you're sadly mistaken and you're kidding yourself that anything's going to get better or anything's going to be different by doing more of the same. So it's time to wake up. It's time to shake up the people around you with some words only, and just let them know, use your words as your swords. I am going to file a lawsuit against LinkedIn. I'm going to just stand my ground. I never pick a fight, but when someone challenges me in the Wu-Tang Shaolin movies, you'll hear the main characters say, I'm going to teach you a lesson. And that's what I'm going to do to LinkedIn. I didn't ask for this fight, but you came and picked a fight with me. So now I'm going to teach you a lesson about what freedom is and what it means to have constitutionally protected rights given to us actually by the creator of life, where we're allowed to speak whatever we want to speak up and talk about, and we're allowed to go where we want to go. We don't have to wear the face mask, none of that shit, because we have free will given to us by the creator of life. We had a constitution that supposedly protected these rights that were bestowed upon us by the creator of life. But here we are, where every day there's further encroachments. And what happens when somebody like me is off LinkedIn, and now, you only have people left speaking the agenda? So why don't they tell the truth that it's not a social media site, it's a slave gathering site, and you're only allowed to praise your slave masters and celebrate your slavery by just cheering along your own genocide, your own destruction as a human being, the destruction of your business, your way of life. Just cheer along. There's nothing to say, right? Just zip your lip, wear your face mask, and do what you're told to do. Obey, and everything's going to get better because a government savior is coming to save the day any day now. Trust the plan, hope for the best, cross your fingers, and in the meantime, everybody who's got some sanity left, it's time to really dig in the earth and make a difference by growing your own food, growing your own wealth, grabbing your own resources, and helping others build theirs that are based in things that matter to human life, not just paper that can be printed into oblivion as it already has. We need to find cryptocurrencies, go back to trading, bartering, gold, silver. All of that is going to make a difference, but counting your future in US dollars is officially a delusion. And if you haven't added it up, you're going to add it up soon when you see stagflation and the hyperinflation of everyday goods and services and the absolute tumble of all titled capital assets like homes and cars. So it's upon us, stagflation of a third world country. If you have any questions about that, look up Milton Friedman of the Chicago School of Economics. But anyways, just wanted to bring you an update. Just wanted to bring this video on the other side of being a banned truth speaker, and just want to get the word out to everybody about what really took place too, because it really is defamation of character assassination that people verify my identity and my work history through LinkedIn, and now that asset and tool has been taken away from me. So if it can happen to me, it can happen to anyone. Injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. So everybody needs to wake up and take heed and take warning of what took place in my situation. And I'm going to see what I can do about it, because like I said, I didn't ask for the fight, but I am going to respond with intelligence. I have a lot of other stuff going on because this isn't my first rodeo, as far as I've been dealing with more than 10 years of being targeted and dealing with personal attacks of all kinds. So this just adds on the list, but nevertheless, I'm in the fight, I'm in the arena, I'm in the ring, so I'm going to have to throw down and fight for my life. So thank you all for tuning in, and thank you all for your support. I hope this video reaches everyone, and I hope that I can continue to keep this platform active to give people cold hard facts and nothing but the truth. But I always say, don't believe a word I say. Look everything I say up, understand it for yourself, and until you do, you're just repeating other information that you don't understand, which is just as dangerous and ineffective. You have to take it in your own mind, digest it, and really get to see it with your own eyes. That's when you know the truth. So anyways, have a great night once again, and thank you for tuning in. Happy 4th of July, whatever that means these days, as I'm banned for truth speaking and discussing freedom. So we're gonna blow off our fireworks and wear our red, white, and blue, as we are told that we can't go outside without asking some dipshit governor for permission. So I hope this is a wake-up call. I hope the fireworks actually go off within people's minds instead of just endlessly and mindlessly in the sky with nobody clicking it in their own brain. Why freedom is the most essential ingredient to a happy, quality life, and for a healthy, moral, and conscious society, which I hope to be a part of, and which I'm creating in my own world. But I hope to meet everybody on that path someday, where we all have our sovereignty, our individual sovereignty, to create a self-willed destiny of our own choosing without any more of these tyrants interfering. So cheers, all the best, happy 4th, freedom. See you soon. Have a great night.